Keith Richards and the Rolling Stones may be rocking into their 70s, but they're lucky to still be standing if you consider the pain of rock and roll. I'm not talking about the epic stage dives, which surely caused their share of injuries. Look at this one by Iggy Pop. Ouch. No, there's a less sexy reason musicians are at high risk for injury, and not the kind that hurts so good. 39-year-old Dmitry Borisov has been playing the drums for 12 years.
We were playing pretty much every night, and one day I got up and I started feeling pain. Then I said, no problem. So second day got worse, and in about 3 weeks I pretty much couldn't move my arm.
Did you ever have to not show up at a performance because of your pain?
I don't cancel shows. It's mandatory. You just, because people don't really care about your pain. They pay to see you perform. So you got to put 100% every time you play.
When he went to see chiropractor Arkady Lipnitsky, there was so much scar tissue around his shoulder, it was practically locked in place.
He neglected it for many years. He played through the pain.
Lipnitsky says musicians are an overlooked and underserved group with a high risk for skeletal, tendon, and nerve injuries. Watch her practice with Dmitry's band Thorn Constellation, and it's not hard to see why.
We do a lot of headbanging, we do a lot of movement where we're moving around with our instruments a lot.
Fairly certain I have a pinched nerve in my neck.
You'll start feeling it in your neck and your shoulders.
Lower back pain.
I'm doing this motion all the time, and we do, they call them grind blasts, which is this fast. Plus, if you see, I'm using marching sticks. They're really heavy.
The repetitive motions musicians of all genres perform can result in chronic and traumatic injuries that, if ignored, can lead to loss of function and even require surgery. A University of Texas study found that 70% of musicians suffer from musculoskeletal problems. And Lipnitsky suspects the harder the rock, the heavier the risk.
Classical musicians, classically trained musicians, I think they're more in tune with their bodies, and they, if we can say, more educated about their bodies, especially if they're professionally trained. They know how to set up right. They know how to avoid some of these injuries.
Heavy metal doesn't exactly emphasize good posture. The good news is that several weeks of rehabilitation and Dmitry has full use of his shoulder again. But to prevent the pain from returning, he does strengthening exercises and has changed his drumming stance. Most importantly, he no longer plays through the pain and can still rock out.
I got faster, pain went away, and really happy I went to him.
With Everyday Health, I'm Stephanie Tsai.